Alright, what's up guys? So today's video is going to be slightly different. I decided instead of like just making a video around like a topic or like dropping knowledge or wisdom or something, I was going to talk about something that I kind of neglect to talk about a lot, and that's my dreadlocks. Now, a lot of people ask me what inspired me to get my dreads, and a lot of people want some crazy story like, I went to this jungle over here and I did all these things and I came back and I'm this super spiritual person, but it's like, no, that's really not the story. I mean, it is in a way now, but it's not how it started, if that makes any sense. Now, it happened at a point in my life where I was going through like a big transition stage, and I was still trying to find myself and find where I fit in and everything, and I found reggae music and I found like just conscious stuff and stuff that was about the world and everything, and I seen people that had dreadlocks because that naturally comes with like reggae and that whole environment and everything, and I always kind of had a love for dreads. I always thought they looked cool, but I never thought like, oh, I'm finally gonna get them things. But the story goes on, and I don't know, the one day I was going to the beach with my friend. I'm sorry, there's flies in my face, but I was going to the beach with my friend and I was like, you know what? It's time. I want to get these dreads. I want to have them by the time I get to the beach. So the night before, I stayed up all night long with a little crochet hook and everything, and I was parting it out and I was making these dreads. My hands were cramped up so bad. And by the next morning, by the time it was ready to go, I was so tired of like no sleep and I was so exhausted, and I had like just the front of my head right here dreaded. So the whole time I was at the beach, I had to wear like this little freaking beanie. I'm sorry, these freaking bugs. I had to wear a freaking beanie over my head like a weirdo the whole time I was walking on the beach, or I had my hood up with a beanie on it, just trying to hide my hair because I was kind of embarrassed. But long story short, it wasn't until like the later years, until like right now, it wasn't until like just within like the last year or so, I started really realizing what these things symbolize to me. And what they really symbolize now is like, this is my growth, man. It's not only my growth in my hair, but it's my growth in my life. It's the growth in my transition period. It's the growth in my awakening period, if you want to call it that. Like, when I got these, man, it was when I was first starting to view the world in different ways and see the world in different ways, and I was really starting to like put my effort into like finding my way in the world. So as much as like they went from my shoulders down to here, I don't know if you can see them, how far they are down, but in that amount of time, man, it just shows like they didn't make sense to me at first. I didn't know like why I was really having these dreads. I knew they looked cool, but now they didn't start out spiritually, but now that's like what they are to me, man. They're like my freaking lion's mane of, they're like my lion's mane of, whoa, almost fall over. They're like my lion's mane of my journey, man. That's like a physical representation of my awakening period, and like they're growing with me. Like, it's serious. Like, as I grow spiritually, these things grow longer with me, and it's like they hold in. Like, half this hair in here was with me along that journey, so it's kind of cool. It's kind of weird, but it's kind of cool. So yeah, if you guys have dreadlocks, if you guys are watching this video of dreads, I'd love to hear your reasons for why you got yours and what your dreads mean to you. So leave a comment. I know this wasn't that informative of a video, but if you want to know anything else about my dreads, you know, how I take care of them, what I do to take care of them, and all that crap, and like just anything else, comment everything down below. I'm curious. I want to know you guys' reasons. You guys get them because they just look cool, or do you really have like a real spiritual, like deep reasoning behind it? So yeah, dreadlocks for life, man. Do one last turnaround. Oh, and I am kind of a little bit nervous because of how fast they're growing, because I'm still young, man. I'm only 21, and I want to keep them for a long time, but they're like so long that I'm afraid that by the time I get like a little bit older, I'm in a couple years, I'm gonna have to like trim them or cut them, and I ain't doing that. So I don't know. I'm either gonna have to cut them and get rid of them, or I'm gonna have to be one of those crazy like dudes that got the big old dreads wrapped up and everything. But who knows? Just play it day by day. Play it day by day. Slurring my words. But all right, I'm gonna go because obviously I'm not in the right state of mind. It's probably because I'm sweating to death and dying of dehydration. So all right, hope you guys enjoyed that video. Just a little quick video about my dreads, you know.